Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about Iran and how they're coming along on the 6th developmental goal, combating HIV and AIDS in particular. In the province of Kashmir, there is currently a study in the process that is looking deeper into solving the long-lived disease of HIV or AIDS. At this time, they are developing a new array of drugs that will be used not so much as a cure for HIV and AIDS, but more to extend the life period of the person who has contracted the disease of AIDS. They also have come up with such drugs in the past that are called ARVs. One of their main goals is to help those that are abusing needles, where this is the main way that it's contracted in their area. They will not necessarily do this by finding all drug users and teaching them to not use drugs, for this is a task they have for the future, but instead at this time they will try to build a more common knowledge among the people on how HIV can be spread through such things as sharing needles or using dirty needles within hospitals and prisons, or even when people are being sentenced to prison. That is a big area where this disease is being spread. They also are in the process of setting up clinics to provide specific help to those that have HIV and AIDS for treatment, care, and support of people living with this disease. Prevention and care has been integrated into areas where HIV is the highest. By doing this, they hope to lower the spread of HIV, but more so to be able to prevent the spread of the disease completely. Currently, a concern of the people is that right now the combating of AIDS or HIV is not a priority to the government. The government has set up 21 centers offering HIV and AIDS prevention and counseling to vulnerable men and women, but Dr. Ashi, an HIV/AIDS specialist, says more must be done. Dr. Shi believes that Iran's fight against AIDS has become less progressive under President Mohammad Ahmadinejad, who chairs a council that removed World AIDS Day from Iran's national calendar last year. There's a battle in the country at this time to keep people aware and educated about the problem of AIDS or HIV, as well as keeping people informed of prevention tactics. Government-fueled programs are slowly diminishing, but there is still a privately run group or groups that's main goal is to help remove this problem from the area. The problem is how to raise awareness without compromising their moral values. A club has started in Tehran, Iran's capital, and it's one of their largest hospitals. It is such a place that people who are positive with HIV may come to gain help and counseling, all free of charge. This club is a part of an AIDS research center that's goal is to change national perception of AIDS and assure positive HIV patients that the ailment is not the end of their life. It is thought that the number of people living with HIV is much higher than what is being reported due to the society that they live in. It seems the virus is becoming increasingly common. Tehran's Center for AIDS or HIV has tackled the spread of HIV or AIDS in Iran's prisons and among the country's drug users with some success. At this time, important things that the country is trying to do is raise awareness in a traditional and religious society where it's not easy to discuss such taboos in public. But the time of denial is over, and those that are involved in fighting the virus know raising public awareness is the most important thing to do. Ironically, the best people to spread the word may be the clergy themselves. AIDS has long been a taboo topic in Iran, where the stigma of the virus makes it difficult for people to seek treatment. So in absence of any option for overt political dissent, young people have become part of a self-proclaimed revolution in which they are using their bodies to make social and political statements. Sex has become both a source of freedom and an act of political rebellion. The government has encouraged temporary marriages, which is allowed in Islam, as one solution. The sexual crisis has also contributed to the increase in HIV and AIDS, sexually transmitted diseases, and abortion. In 2009, the head of Iran's AIDS Research Association said the highest prevalence of AIDS was among people between 25 and 29 years old. So there is definitely a push to educate people in these young age groups to raise awareness about the problem that is not really talked about a whole lot, about AIDS and HIV and some of these sexually transmitted diseases. So again, this is really a topic that's taboo in Islam culture, and it's really what we're fighting against, is to raise awareness without compromising these moral values that they uphold so highly.